Did you know that there's more than one way to convert an IRA into a Roth? Most people aren't aware of this. Take the time, watch the rest of the video. I'm going to show you the other options that are available to you that you may be able to set yourself up to get out of this big tax issue that you're going to have now and in the future and move it to something that's going to be tax-free for the rest of your life. Hi, my name is Maiewski, and I'm a managing director with Redwood Tax Specialists. And the good news for you today is, think about this. Right now, the government is pouring trillions of dollars into the economy and back to people and trying to figure out ways that we can keep this country together. The bad news is, who's going to pay for it? It's going to be you. It's going to be me. It's going to be our children. It's going to be grandchildren. This is a problem because there's no way we can sustain the debt that's currently in this country without doing something different. So here's the question. Do you want to be taxed on something right now, which is your income and whatever else your investments are making, so that you could basically be paying tax on the seed right now? Because if tax rates continue to go up, which we really, I don't think, have any choice about, we're going to be in a position where you could be paying 40%, 50%, 60%. Who knows at this point? So, would you rather take some of that money off the table now and move it into something that will never be taxed? Because who's telling what the government might be able to do once they decide we're going to start going after pensions, we're going to start going after 401ks, we're going to go after IRAs, because this is all money that you owe taxes on. So here's the key. We have other options to do this. First option is, don't do anything. Just continue to ride where you are and watch your tax rate continue to go up. And then when you try to take the money out, you might be taxed at 40, 50, 60% in the future, including your state taxes. Second option is, maybe I just do a traditional Roth. Do I just go ahead and move the IRA all over at one time and pay that big tax bill? Well, what's the problem with that? Normally, most people aren't sitting on enough assets to be able to do that. Next, what if I figure out a way to move part of it over, a little bit at a time? At least you've started. That's the key behind doing this, is that you have to give a serious thought to moving this from one bucket to another bucket, taxable to tax-free. Next option, there may be a way where you can use a life insurance vehicle in order to help you move this over, and without having to have any out-of-pocket costs for the taxes that you have to pay immediately. Follow me? Not having to pay the taxes immediately because you're using the asset in order to do this. This is an advanced strategy, but it's something that we can look at for you if this is important. And finally, you can just try to ride the market and see what happens. What's the bad news about that? Well, I don't have a crystal ball and you don't either. So if we did, we'd be sitting on some island in Fiji right now, sipping a big pina colada and not having to worry about any of this. Well, that's not the case. If you'd like to explore more options about this, then take the time, subscribe to my channel. Hey, would you give this a like as well if it gave you some just thought of feeling a little bit better that there's options for you now? And at the same time, we want you to remember, it's not the amount of money that you make which is important, it's the amount of money that you keep.